Record. All right. So good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And it's really a blessing that we are able to start our session with Telkom University and also University of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And hopefully you are in good health today. My name is Indah, and I will be the chairperson for today's session. Joining with us today is our excellent speakers. The first one is Miss Aruna Zaria Rezandam from UniKL. Hi, Miss Aruna. And then the second one is Miss Tri Widyanisi, SPSI and MM from Telkom University. And later we'll be joining Dr. Sampurno Wibowo. We would like to welcome all of you, the students of Telkom University and University of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and of course from other universities also. So welcome to the online joining class, a collaborative program between Telkom University and University of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, under the topic Integrated Marketing Communication. Right, everyone, before we start the presentation, let me tell you the basic rules for our agenda. The first one is during the speaker presentation, please turn off your microphone. And for those who want to ask a question during the presentation, please drop it in the feature of chat, and we will follow up the question during our discussion session. The second one, we encourage you to ask directly to the speakers in the discussion session. Please unmute your microphone first. The third one, all participants are encouraged to turn the video in photo group session at the end of the class. And at the end of the session, participants are requested to fill out the feedback to improve our next program, also as a part to earn your certificate. All right, let's go to the first speaker who will be delivering material. She is Miss Aruna Zaria Rezandam. She is obtained the Master of Management, Managing and Information Technology from University Putra, Malaysia. Her Bachelor in Information Technology from La Trobe University, Australia. Ms. Aruna has extensive working experience in the IT industry in her capacity as a technical writer and marketing communication in software firms, as well as also IT service provider. She has published papers in journals and also in conferences. So let's welcome our first speakers, Ms. Aruna Zaria. Ms. Aruna, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Ms. Indah, for that wonderful introduction. It's indeed a pleasure to once again be with Tel-U University, Telkom University. I have been conducting virtual sessions with Telkom University, I think for about 2 years, I think now. Okay, it's definitely a pleasure. Thank you for the kind invitation as well. Let me just share my screen. Okay, could you confirm that you can see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ms. Indah, how long do we have for this session?
The total session will be 2 hours. So it's speaker will have 15 minutes.
Okay, right. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Good morning, dear students from Telkom University and University of Kuala Lumpur. My name is Aruna Zaria Rajendram. Okay, and I'm actually currently the head of section for international partnership with University of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysian Institute of Information Technology, or we call it as UniKL MIT. And I'm also a lecturer with this institution as well. Yeah. And I have about 9 years of industry experience in the area of information technology and marketing. And I have been with UniKL for about 13 years now, both as a lecturer and a trainer, where I train on topics. These are actually corporate training, okay, on digital retailing, digital marketing, social media marketing. I'm also involved in the marketing activities of University of Kuala Lumpur, and I'm a certified digital marketing professional. Okay, so welcome to this lecture. Okay, and our lecture for today is actually on integrated marketing communications. Okay, I believe most of you here would probably business students, you are interested in this topic of marketing. Okay, so this is actually a very basic introduction, okay, to the subject of integrated marketing communication. Sometimes it's known as IMC, sometimes it's also called as MARCOM. All right. So what happens in integrated marketing communication is because you are what you are doing is carefully integrating and coordinating all the different communication channels. Okay, so when you have a company, one of the main things that they do is to promote their products, right? See, let's say, for example, Apple, okay, and their iPhone, right? I'm sure you all are very familiar with the iPhone. And, you know, when we have the latest one, iPhone 15, which was launched in September. Now, when you, or rather when Apple launches, okay, a new phone, right? They do not just communicate through one channel, right? They would have updates on their website. You would see videos on YouTube. You would see online advertisements. You would see a lot of information on their social media. So this is what we mean by different communication channels. So normally a company, when they are promoting their products, they do not just have one communication channel, but they would have multiple communication channels. Why? Because they are addressing or targeting a different audience, okay, through different communication channels. Now, you want to make sure that all these different channels are saying the same thing, okay? You want to make sure that each channel delivers a clear, a consistent, and a compelling message, okay, about the organization and about the product. If every channel gives different information, it will be very confusing to the consumers, right? So the whole purpose, the idea behind integrated marketing communications is actually to make sure that across all channels, you are communicating the same message to the consumer. You know, when we look at the same message over and over again through different channels, okay, it stays in the consumer's mind better. Okay, so let me just give you an example here, right? I'm sure we all love McDonald's, isn't it? Okay, do we have McDonald's in Indonesia? Do you all like to go to McDonald's?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay, we just mentioned McDonald's and it brings such a big smile on everyone's faces, right? So this is actually quite an old advertisement that I just want to show you as an example, okay? So this is McDonald's in Malaysia where they were promoting their Mac Value lunch, okay? This is the screenshot that you see here is what is one of the online advertisement. Okay, so I've taken a sample of the online advertisement. This is how it looks like. Okay, so do notice the colors. Okay, so they're using, like, you know, the background color is purple. They have a burger. They have, you know, the fries. They have a drink. Okay, so the information that they say, okay, Mac Value lunch, they give you the time and it is from 5.95 each. Okay, so this is an online advertisement. Next channel. Okay, this was a billboard also in, you know, near one of the malls in Malaysia. Okay, can you notice it looks about the same? Okay, it's always the background is purple in color. Okay, it gives the price of 5.95. And there's always, you know, a burger, fries, and there's a drink as well. I think it's not very visible here. Let's look at the next example. If you can see at the top here, okay, this is actually one of the restaurants, a McDonald's restaurants. And if you look, you know, there are some flyers hanging from the ceiling. Okay, if you notice, again, it looks the same color, same kind of a font, same information given. You know, again, there's a burger, things like that. Okay, next one, this is actually a bus. Okay, an ad on a bus. All right, again, you notice it says the same thing, it looks the same. Okay, so this is what we mean by integrated marketing communications, where we make sure that even though it is different channels, you are using the same message. It is something that is consistent. Even where possible, the way the ads look have to be consistent so that consumers do not get confused. All right. Oh yeah, this is also another one. These are buntings which are hanging in the restaurants as well. Again, same color, you know, same kind of products. There's a burger, there's a drink, there's a fries. Okay, again, the information as well. Mac Value lunch from 5.95. Okay, so this is the whole idea of integrated marketing communications. Right. So when you talk about areas under integrated marketing communications, okay, again, IMC is short for integrated marketing communications. There are many aspects that we can look into in terms of integrated marketing communications. Okay, for my part today, I'm going to look at two areas. One is the promotion part, and the other is the communication. Okay, so promotion here, we are going to look at the different channels that are available for organizations to use. Okay, so when you talk about promotion, you might have heard of what we call the promotion mix. Promotion mix is basically what are the tools that companies can use to communicate customer value and to build relationships. Right, dear students, you see, when a company is promoting their product, let's say Apple is promoting its iPhone 15, right? Now, it's impossible for them to go to every customer and tell them personally, right? Okay, it's logical thinking, right? So they use different communication channels to communicate what is the value of the product, why is the product so interesting, what are the features of the products, what are the benefits of the product. Okay, and they use these different channels to also build relationships with their customers. Okay, so when you talk about the promotion mix, there are 5 main components under the promotion mix. You have advertising, okay, public relations, personal selling, sales promotion, and direct marketing. This is very important. Okay, so this is just a diagram that basically explains about the promotion mix. Okay, so there are these 5 components: advertising, personal selling, public relations, direct marketing, and sales promotion. And the objective behind here, again, is to make sure that the messages that you communicate is always consistent, it is clear, and it is compelling. Okay, let's look at the first one, advertising. Okay, I'm sure we all see many advertisements every day, whether we are indoors, whether we are outdoors, whatever we are doing, we always see a lot of advertisements. So what are advertisements? Okay, basically advertisements are any paid form of non-personal presentation. So there are a few important things that we need to note about advertising. Number one is always paid. So when a company is promoting its products via advertising, they have to pay for it. Okay, it's not free. Okay? And usually advertising, it's not personalized. Okay, I'm sure you would have seen advertisements on TV. Okay, for example, on Pampers. Right, have you ever wondered, why am I looking at this advertisement when it doesn't even apply to me, right? Okay, so it is not personalized. Okay, advertisement is just general, it's not personalized. Whether it applies to you or not, it is just shown, right? And it is the promotion of either an idea, a goods, or any services. Okay, it is paid by the sponsor or the company itself, right? There are many tools under advertising. Okay, you can categorize them as broadcast, print, internet, and outdoor. Okay, can somebody give me an example? What is an example of a broadcast, an advertising which is done through broadcast media? What is a broadcast media? Anybody wants to try? Yes? No? Okay, one example of broadcast is actually your TV. Okay, anything that is promoted in the mass media, okay, broadcast would be like TV and radio. All right, now print is easy. Anyone wants to try print? What are the tools under print? All of you are very shy. Let's have it as an interactive session, shall we? Print media?
Newspaper.
Very good. Yes, newspaper, right? So newspaper is an example of a print, magazines, flyers, okay, any physical buntings that you see, posters which are printed out, all those are basically print. Okay, and internet, you would already know, right? Internet, we have so many mediums. We have website, we have social media, okay, we have, advertisements that appear online, all right? And outdoor is basically any form of tools, advertisement tools that you would see outdoors. For example, LED TVs, big billboards that you would see. Okay, LED TVs, all right. Even if you see any buntings which hang on the road, okay, all those are example of outdoor advertisements. Okay, moving on, the second one is sales promotion. Now, sales promotion is always a short-term incentive to encourage people to buy a product. Okay, so for example, when you have sales, right? For example, during Hari Raya, Aidilfitri, or year end, they'll always have sale, right? You see, sale is not there all the time, right? You don't have it all year round. It's only for a specific season, right? So that is what we mean by a short-term incentive. It's not there all the time. Okay, so examples of sales promotion are like discounts, okay, coupons. And in Malaysia, it's very common. People like to eat Domino's pizza. Okay, you may have it. Do you have Domino's in Indonesia?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Okay, so when you buy a Domino's pizza, they always give you coupons, right? Which you can use for the next purchase. Okay, so that's an example of a sales promotion. The coupons will have a validity date. You have to use it by a certain date, right? Again, so that's a short-term incentive. Okay. You have displays and demonstrations. These are, examples where sometimes when you go to the shopping mall, for example, you will have a company, they may have like a kiosk or a small table where they demonstrate or they're displaying their products. Okay, again, they're not there all the time. It is only for a short period of time. So those are examples of sales promotion. Then thirdly, you have public relations. Now, public relations, students, it's all about building good relationships with the company's various publics. Publics means people who the company interact with, whether it is their customers, whether it's their shareholders, whether it's government agencies, it's the community around them. Okay, all these are what we call publics, and it's always about obtaining a favorable publicity. It is about creating a good corporate image. Okay, so if you have seen some examples in Malaysia, we do have this, right? Maybe when there is some disaster, maybe there is some flooding that happens. Okay, you would find there are some companies who will donate, maybe donate money or donate products to the victims of the flood. Okay, I know you would see photos of this taken. They will either upload it in social media, they will upload it in the newspaper. Okay, now all this is about building a good corporate image. Okay, they are actually trying to tell the whole world, hey, look, our company is helping people in need, things like that. Okay, it's all about creating a good corporate image. That is public relations. Now, at the same time, when there is something negative that happens, okay, maybe some unfavorable or bad rumors that happening, okay, or there is some kind of a scandal in the company, they also use public relations, okay, to try and explain what has happened, okay, and to convince, right, their customers that everything is okay. All right. So what are some of the tools that's usually used in public relations? One of the common ones would be press releases. Okay, in the newspaper, they do articles. Okay, even sponsoring certain events. Okay, I'm sure we know the major games like World Cup, Olympics. Okay, if you see like World Cup, okay, always one of the main sponsors will be companies like Nike, Adidas. You see their logo everywhere. Okay, so they're actually sponsoring the event. Okay, and even they may have special events, sometimes like maybe charity concerts, okay, things like that, and even their websites. Okay, so these are all different channels or different tools that they would use for public relations. The fourth key component under the promotion mix is personal selling. Okay, so personal selling is basically what the name says, personal selling, selling personally. Okay, where usually companies, they use their salespeople or their sales force for selling their products and for building customer relationships, right? You would have seen or even participated, you would have gone to some trade shows like this, right? Maybe you have an IT expo that happens. You would have seen, companies having booths, all right? That is a trade show. Okay, so when you find that you go to places like this, they will approach you and they will try to promote their product to you. So basically what they're doing is they are selling to you personally. Okay, or sometimes companies, okay, they have somebody who would come and talk about the products to them. Okay, that is an example of a sales presentation as well. Okay, so personal selling basically is any efforts that's taken to sell personally to a customer. Okay, and the last one, we have direct marketing. Now, direct marketing, what happens is that companies, they would very carefully target certain individual consumers. Okay, and then they communicate with the customers, they try to promote their products. They may use many different options. Direct mail, maybe now direct mail is not so common anymore because it's very expensive. Direct mail basically is just letters that come to your house. I remember like even as early as 20-30 years ago, a lot of companies, they would send letters, not to me that time, of course, to my parents, right? Promoting certain products, certain magazine subscriptions. It would come through the letter and it's dropped off into our letterbox. Okay, direct mail. But I think, in the present times now, we don't use so much of a direct mail, isn't it? Because it's very expensive, because there is a lot of printing cost. Postage has also become expensive, and people just prefer to use email. So email, yes, is also an example of a direct marketing. Telephone, okay, telemarketing. People call you and they try to promote some of the products to you. Class, you may find that things like telephone or telemarketing, you can consider it as a direct marketing tool and also personal selling. So sometimes certain tools, there will be an overlap, it's fine. Okay, and then you also have things like direct response television. Direct response television is where you have maybe like a 30-minute program on the TV where they're promoting certain products. Usually it's cooking products, they are promoting pots and pans, right? And they tell you, call now, and you will get it at a special price, and you have to call them, during the specified time, and then you get a special discount, or they say, oh, we give you free things. Okay, that's an example of a direct response television. Okay, internet, okay, catalogs, kiosks as well. Okay, these are all different tools that's available under direct marketing. Okay. Now, so we have completed the part on the promotion mix, where you have 5 components. If you remember, let me just reiterate: advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, direct marketing, and public relations. So that's the component of promotion. Next, we're going to look at communication. Yes, you have all these different channels, very good, but how do you make sure that you are communicating it correctly? Okay, how do you make sure that your communication is effective? That is also very important. Many mistakes, or rather one of the mistakes a lot of companies make is that they have very good products, but they are not able to communicate it in a good way. Right? And because of that, they lose out a lot of customers, okay, which is really sad. So knowing how to communicate is also very important. Now, there are a few steps that's usually recommended, okay, for companies to follow. The first step is to identify who your target audience is, okay. Number 2, determine what are your communication objectives. What do you want to say? Thirdly is to design your message. Fourthly, choose the media or the channel, okay, that you're going to use, right? And the last one is to select the message source, right? We'll look at each one of these steps. The first one is to identify your target audience, right? Students' target audience basically means people whom you are selling the product to, right? Let me ask you a question, okay? Who is the target audience for Pampers? Okay, I'm sure you have brands like Pampers and all that, right? Who is the target audience for Pampers? Anyone wants to try?
Babies.
Babies? Any other answers?
Parents.
Parents, right? Target audience is actually people who will be buying the products. I know Pampers is actually a trick question. Okay, I was just being very naughty with your, every time we say, the target audience for Pampers is always baby, right? Okay, but babies are actually the users of the product. Okay, the target audience, the people whom you want to convince to buy your product, your Pampers, is actually the parents. Okay, so it's very important that we know who our target audience are and how do we sell to them. Okay, sometimes our target audience can be parents or even can be adults, but the way you would promote to a man and a woman would be different. Okay, so it's very important you know how your target audience, okay, you need to identify who they are, right? You need to know what you are going to say, okay, and how it will be said. See, for example, if you are selling maybe some snacks for children, okay, children like to eat snacks, right, like some chocolates or even things like cereal, okay, how you say it would matter, isn't it? Usually you would use some cartoons, or you would try to convince them that if they eat this particular biscuit, they will be very strong, they can run very fast. All right, that depends on how you say. You cannot just tell the children, oh, you must eat this biscuit, it's very healthy, it is loaded with vitamin B, vitamin A and all that. You see, they won't understand. Okay, it will not convince them to buy the product. You need to tell them it makes you strong, you can run very fast, you can study very well. So how you say it is very important. And when you are saying it, the time when you communicate is very important. Say, for example, if your target is children, okay, you would probably want to say or show, make sure you show your promotions when the cartoon is going on. For example, if you're showing an advertisement on the TV, okay, it has to be shown during cartoon program. Okay, that's when children are watching, isn't it? There is no point showing that advertisement when the news is going on, right? Children generally don't watch news, right? So where it will be said, which kind of channels that you would use. Again, if you're promoting to children, it will not make sense to have an advertisement in the newspaper, right? Because children usually do not read newspaper. If it's adults, yes, it works, okay? And who will say it? The person who communicates the message is also very important, okay? If you notice, whenever it is communicated by an expert or a celebrity, right, immediately we're just taken up, believe the product. In Malaysia, I've seen so many beauty products which are promoted by celebrities, and people just love it, they will buy everything. Okay, you have whitening products, slimming products. I mean, those things don't work. Okay, we all know, right? If you want to slim down, you have to exercise, you have to control your weight. There is no magic pill or drink that you can take, to lose weight. Okay, so knowing this is very important, knowing your target audience. Okay, second step is you must know what is your communication objective. Now, your communication objective depends on what we call the stage of buyer readiness. Okay, now at any one time, different buyers are at different stages. For example, if the customer does not know about the product at all, then you need to first create awareness. Okay, but if they know the product, all right, then you probably need to create a liking or preference. Maybe they want to buy, maybe students like you want to buy a laptop, right? So you know what is a laptop, you are aware about the laptop, you have knowledge of the different specifications of laptops. Now, the question is which laptop to buy. Maybe you have a few choices. Maybe you're thinking about a HP laptop, maybe you're thinking about Dell, you're thinking about Acer. Now, how do we convince you to prefer a particular brand? That is preferences. So the kind of information, the kind of messages that you would send out, okay, when you're creating awareness and when you are creating preference would be different. Okay, now let's say the buyer is already at the conviction stage. For example, I'm sure I want to buy a Dell laptop. I'm convinced it's the best product, but I'm still, uncertain, I'm not buying. So how can you convince them to move to the final state of purchase? That's when probably you should throw in a discount or a special promotion. Okay, buy now, you will get a 10% discount. That's all they need, and they'll say, oh, there is a discount now, I better buy it now before, I lose the discount. Okay, so different stages, you need to communicate different things. Okay, you must be aware of that. And number 3, the designing model. Okay, and this is a very good model to follow. It's called the IDA model. Okay, IDA is not a beautiful young girl. Okay, IDA is actually stands as an acronym for number 1, get attention. Number 2, hold interest. Thirdly, arouse desire. And the last one, obtain action. Meaning the message that you design, okay, for example, the way it looks, the words that you use must get people's attention immediately. Okay, it must make them interested. Thirdly, it must create a desire in people. And obtain action. Obtain action means they go and buy. Okay, have you ever experienced it when you see an advertisement? Maybe, for example, just now you saw advertisements which I showed on McDonald's, right? How many of you feel like having McDonald's now? Okay, so the advertisements are very good. Okay, they can actually arouse the desire to create an action. So make sure the advertisements that are produced, okay, follow the IDA model. Okay. Fourthly, choosing the media. Now, in terms of choosing the media, you can have 2 ways. Either it can be something with personal communication, okay, or non-personal. All right. So personal communication, it would involve 2 or more people communicating directly with each other. It can be something that's done face-to-face, through the phone, through email, through even internet chat, social media comments. Okay, that is personal, where the customer is asking and the company is or the salesperson is replying, right? At the same time, your media can be non-personal. Okay, so there is no personal contact with the buyer. The examples of such media would be like print, like newspaper, magazines, okay, posters that you see, buntings, okay, broadcast as well, TV, radio, display, online media. Okay, these are just like what we call mass media, where it is not personalized. Or even through events, right? Press conferences, exhibition. Some companies, they have like grand openings. Okay, you can also use such media. It really depends. Quite often companies use a combination of both non-personal and personal communication. Okay, and finally is selecting the message source. Message source is very important. The person who communicates the message has a very great impact on the audience, right? So a lot of companies, they like to use celebrities, right? Whether they're actors or athletes, right? Okay, when celebrities promote the product, people are more convinced. Like I mentioned to you earlier, right? In Malaysia, we have actors and actresses, who are already very pretty, right? Or very handsome. They would be promoting beauty products or, slimming products, for example, and people are very convinced. Okay. Some companies, if you are selling health products or health related, they would use professionals or what we call healthcare providers. For example, dentist, they would be promoting maybe a particular brand of toothbrush or toothpaste, okay? And people are so convinced, okay? Oh, the dentist said that this is a good brand, so I should buy this brand, okay? So the message sounds then is very important, okay? So that's about all from me, okay? Miss Indah, do we take the questions now or at the end of the session?
Yeah, we will take it at the end of the session.
Okay, so that's all from me. I hope that you had a valuable lesson today, and over to you, Miss Indah.
So thank you so much, Ms. Aruna. Just to make sure all the channel will be deliver the same message to your customers, right? All right. Thank you so much. If you have a question, please hold on. If you want, you can put it on a chat box and then we'll follow up in our discussion session. Okay, our next speaker will be deliver the material is Ms. Sri Widaningsi, SPIMM from Telkom University.
Sorry,
Sorry.
is there a chat available?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So Ms. Sri Widaningsi is the head of the study program of the Global Marketing. She's a proud alumni also from Telkom University and has a long history in higher education and national admission also in Telkom University. So Ms. Sri, I think the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Indah, and thank you for Miss Aruna for the presentation. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay. Okay. Okay, is it clear?
Yes,
Is
it's
my
clear.
screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you see it clearly? Okay,
Sure.
thank you. Hello, students from Malaysia and also Indonesia. Now it's my turn to present to you about the primary goals of marketing communication. As Ms. Indah has already told that I am a head of marketing management study program right now. And so there are two reasons why marketing communication need to be integrated. Ms. Aruna have already told us that we need a clear and consistent message in every platform of marketing communication. Okay, so what is the reason that we need that marketing communication need to be integrated? The first, unintegrated database cause many problems and complications as there is no single pictures of the customer, and therefore customers receive many different types of experience and messages from the brand. This confuses customers and dilutes the brand presence in the marketplace. So when the brand customer receive information or marketing communication or promotion from a brand and through many channels of marketing. When the data is not integrated, customer will get confused because there is no single picture of customers. So we cannot have a complete profile of customer when the data is not integrated. Okay, the second reason is as communication morph into customer experience, all communication need to be integrated to deliver a consistent experience. The consistent message deliver us a consistent experience too. Okay, the old marketing really has to change because they usually had too much emphasis on just marketing communication. Today, the communication strategy leads us to a question: how will customer engage with our brand? yeah, and each other. Okay, and this leads to a bigger question. Yeah, what kind of customer experience are marketers creating? So not only shouted about the features of the brand, but also how the customer can engage with the brand. Okay, this brings marketers into marketing question. How do we help customer? Okay, if we want the customer have a good customer experience, then we have to ask how will we help them? How the products or the brand will help the customer? Because once we can figure out the way we help the customer better than the competitors do, then we can convert the visitor or the leads into customer, and also convert the customers into lifetime customers only by knowing how we can help them. Okay, today's marketers is go far beyond communication, because the era of communication marketing also involve customer experience, customer relation, new product development process, service processes, and brand evaluation. Okay, I will try to explain one by one. Okay, the first is customer experience. Okay, marketing communication or marcoms is more than just communicating and promoting. Today, marcom is now impacting the customer experience as it adds value to the overall customer experience. Okay, not only promoting and communicating. Okay, the basic purpose may be how we communicate and how we promote the brand, but we go further than that. We go to the customer experience, because the value will keep the customer loyal to the brand. Okay, we will see two examples of brands that continue keeping the value with the use of technology. Okay, the first one is Gibson. Okay, this one of the famous brand of a guitar. Okay, they have the application. Yeah, the name is Gibson app. Okay, the Gibson apps has many features that help customers to learn about how to play guitar. They have guitar tuner, they have metronome, they have chord chart, and all the feature exists for one reason: to help the customer. Okay. The second brand is Kraft. Maybe we know Kraft as a major brands for dairy products such as cheese and so on. Yeah. Kraft has an app called the iFood Assistant. Okay, the iFood Assistant can help customer browse the recipes that using Kraft products. Okay, not only that, they also have shopping lists. They also have a shopping list that can make customer do shopping nearby and buy things to create the recipes that already available at the application. Okay. And also the purpose of this feature is to help customer. Okay. The next one is customer relations. Okay. Building a good customer relation requires a cultural shift to ensure that the whole organization wants to help customer. Okay, once again, the keyword is to help customer. Slow, maybe we all know term for CRM, right? Customer Relationship Management. Slow CRM projects that take several years to research, develop, test, and launch are being replaced by a more agile planning approach to get them up and running more quickly. So we have to think creatively to create a more effective customer relation. Okay, the shift from becoming a relationship building organization can start by asking how the organization or the brand can help customer even more than it does now. Okay, customer relationship management is a big business and needs careful attention to tiny details, but with a clear vision of nurturing prospect into customer and customer into lifetime customer. Okay, so we can shift the leads into customer and customer into lifetime customer. Okay. Okay, the next one is new product development process. Rather than engaging in high risk, new product development process usually spend costs on production or for the brand. The new development process usually costly, but rather than engaging in high-risk new product development, many corporations prefer to consider the low-risk new market development approach. So rather than creating new product, they prefer to approach the new market development. It doesn't mean international marketing is cheap, okay? All of the approach is costly, I guess, but it's not. It requires resources to grow sales and market shares internationally. Without this or with too little resources, the propensity of for failure increases. Adequate resources, the first has to be the budget, and then the time and skilled people to increase the likelihood of success. Okay. Okay, the next one is service processes. A service process is sequence of deliver value to your customer and meet their needs and expectation. A well-designed service process can improve customer satisfaction, loyalty, retention, and referral, as well as reduce costs, errors, and complaint. Okay, the key elements of service processes are customer interaction, order processing, and service delivery. Okay. Okay, the first one about customer interaction. Okay, there are so many channels that we can use today to gain better interaction with our customer, and the service process begin with the customer interacting with the business through many channels like direct contact, phone calls, email, or online platform. I guess today many of them using online platform to interact with their customer. Many brands use online platform to engage with their customer. Okay. Okay, this initial interaction sets the tone for the entire customer experience. Okay, this is the first impression of customer to the brand through this customer interaction. Okay, the second one is order processing. Once the customer express their interest in a service, the order processing stage involves gathering information, payment processing, and confirming the service detail. This stage should be seamless and efficient to avoid customer frustration. Order processing is one of the main process that can create customer loyalty. Okay, once the order processing failed to impress the customer, the customer will be lost. Okay. The third one is service delivery. Okay, the core of the service process is the delivery of the service itself. Okay, this is the core of service itself. This could involve providing consultation, performing tasks, or offering expertise. Service delivery should align with customer expectation and be executed with professionalism and care. Okay, I guess many of us using e-commerce channel. We are often go shopping by online e-commerce application, like maybe Indonesia have Tokopedia, Shopee. Maybe in Malaysia, do the Malaysian use Shopee too?
I think so, yeah. They're in Malaysia here.
Or maybe there are also application online shopping application from Malaysia too. Okay, we are oftenly asked about the brand or the goods they are selling, and then the response from the customer service will also be one of the consideration that we will buy from that store or not. We will continue buy from the store or not. Okay. Okay, that means the service delivery is really important as part of effective communication marketing. Okay, the next one is brand evaluation. Okay, brand evaluation is the process of assessing the performance, value, and perception of a brand in the market. It helps business identify their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, also known as the SWOT analysis, and align their brand strategy with their business goal. Okay, how to do a brand evaluation? Okay, the first one is to define the objectives. Okay. Okay. About the objective, we have to ask what we want to achieve with the brand evaluation. Okay, what we are looking to measure, is it to measure brand awareness, or to measure the brand loyalty, or to measure the brand equity, or the brand differentiation? Okay, there are so many objectives to do brand evaluation. Okay, the second step is to collect the data. Okay, we can use a variety of qualitative and quantitative method, research method, to collect data for our brand evaluation. Qualitative method include the ways such as interviews, focus group discussion, and also reviews. And quantitative method usually in form of survey, analytics, and also benchmark. We can use or we can collect the data with that both way. Okay, the third one is to analyze the data. Okay, once you have collected the data, we need to analyze it using variety of tools and from frameworks. We used to the simplest way is we can use the Excel to calculate, to analyze the data, or we can use many application tools for analyzing the data, such as SPSS, and so. Then after that, we can also use so many framework to analyze that data, such as SWOT analysis, brand pyramid, brand personality, or brand archetype, to organize and visualize our data. Okay, the next one, the fourth one, is draw conclusion. Okay, after we analyze the data, we can draw conclusion about our brand strength, the weaknesses, the opportunity, the threats. We can also be able to identify areas where our brand is performing well and areas where it needs improvement. Okay, so the strength and the weakness can also uh, uh, we can also see it more clearly. Okay, the fifth one is to take action. Okay, based on our conclusion, we can develop a plan to address any weaknesses and opportunities that we have already identified. Okay, we can also track our progress over time to to measure our impacts of the changes. Okay, I think that's all from me. The next presentation will be presented by Mr. Sampurno. Okay, I can give the screen back to Miss Indah.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss P. After the basic, and then second is the next step for the MC. We'll continue with Dr. Sampurno Wibowo. So the person, or Dr. Sam, we usually call him that, is a lecturer in diploma marketing. He was graduated from Universitas Padjadjaran Bandung, and his area of expertise is in the big data marketing, market research and innovation, and also relationship marketing. So, Pak Sam, are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Mrs. Indah.
Yes, the screen is yours, Bapak.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I start, I like to say hello, everyone. Dear all students, how are you today?
Hello, mister.
Hi.
You're good.
Hello, good, yeah. I hope you are healthy and keep spirit up. Okay, Miss Indah, can I share my screen?
Yes, Bapak, you can share your screen.
Okay, just a minute.
Sure.
Is that clear?
Yes, you just have to full screen. Make it a
Okay.
full screen, Bapak. Yes.
Okay,
It's
thank
clear
you
now.
very much. First of all, I would like to introduce myself, everybody. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sampurno Wibowo. I'm a lecturer at Telkom University in the field of marketing studies. I'm the staff of Ibu Mrs. Sri Widaningsi. She is head of program. I have a specialization in big data marketing. Okay, this is my short CV. Let me introduce myself. I have 28 years of teaching experience and 35 years experience as a practitioner in various fields in management. So, Mrs. Aruna and Mrs. Sri Widaningsi, maybe I'm not an only teacher. I have a second part of the job is a consultant, and also I am as an entrepreneur. I have a small business in Bandung. Okay, before I start, I want to thanks to Mr. Aruna, who has explained deeply and clearly about integrated marketing communication. And I really appreciate that the students have insight and has a broad insight about about integrated marketing communication. And also, of course, thank you to Mrs. Sriwidaningsi, who has explained clearly and comprehensive the communication perspective regarding the integrated marketing communication. So, students, let me introduce about integrated marketing communication first before we start the topic. The topic is my part is namely how to implement and deploy the integrated marketing communication. We have to implementing integrated marketing communication in all business line. It is no matter a large business and small business, they have to do integrated marketing communication. And for the large business, of course, it will be easier to do integrated marketing communication because they have all the resources like such as employee, such as capital, access, and network for to do the integrated marketing communication. However, the micro and small business certainly have limitation if they wants to do the integrated marketing communication. And we'll see the step for the integrated marketing communication for all business. Regarding the topic agenda for my section today is how integrated marketing communication will be deployed and implemented. We start from first, we have to analyze. Likewise, Mrs. Srividaningsi told that need the data and communication need the data. We have to analyze promotional program current situation. The company must analyze the strength and weakness of data regarding the existing and the target of market. Second, analyze of communication process. The company start with determining goals by considering the cognitive stage of potential consumers when deciding to buy the product or services that has been offered. And next, we have to prepare the budget, whether the capital budget is already available at the beginning, as usual, top down, or is such a prepare based on how the budget is allocated from the bottom to the top. In this step, it will actually be easier for the company to determine the priority scale of those activities to carry out. And the next is development program. The company will develop a matching communication program for our marketing promotion that will pursue. And the next is marketing mix integrated and implemented. How to determine the marketing mix and then synergize it with the marketing communication program and make it into a strategy. And the last is how to monitor and control, evaluate the performance result of the employees involved, whether the program implemented is effective, and the company will see whether the integrated marketing communication strategy being implemented are appropriate. Okay, so what we can do to implement and deploy the integrated marketing communication. We have the answer right now. Maybe we just to look the learning from experience from large company or big company, small company, and research finding. I think this is the best practice from my experience because besides have a job in Selecta, I also the job with the consultant and the entrepreneurship. Okay, why we must learn from experience, benchmark and research finding? Because the fact is finding that continued development of integrated marketing combination theory causes an increasingly large gap between concept and implementation. This is in line with the finding research by Kliatko, Schultz in 2014 and Schultz, Chu, and Zhao in 2016 and Serik in 2016, that finding the development of integrated marketing communication make it difficult to implement practically by companies. And this strengthened research finding by Kliatko 2008 and Estaswara 2008, which states that the gap between theory and practice has actually emerged. currently the gap is getting wider because conceptual building of integrated marketing communication is getting deeper and more multidisciplinary. Meanwhile, in practically, students implementing integrated marketing communication is easier to do and tailor into the company's needs. It means when the business running as usual, they can have the pattern to do the integrated marketing communication based on activity, daily activity, their daily activity or their daily practices. Okay, this is the time, students, digital transformation era. If we look back to first, we have to analyze, likewise to Mrs. Sri Vidyaningsi, told about data, how to analyze data. We can use the big data to analyze the data. What is big data exactly means? Okay, big data consists of 3 V, according to Douglas Langley in 2001. That finding about the big data, there are volume, velocity, and variety. And of course, big data and now is become more completely about 3 V until maybe right now is 9 V or 11 V. But we can use the basic V from Douglas Laney is 3 V, and of course from Yuri Devenko is 5 or 6 V. Okay, this is only more insight for you students. It's nice to know. Maybe I said nice to know about big data. Okay, volume refers to amount of big data generated every second. It means every second the data produced is very large, maybe huge data. And velocity is data can be accessed very high speed at this second. It means the data is real-time data. And variety is big data differs in homogeneous characteristic and divided into 3 big characteristic. One is structured data, and second is unstructured data, and third is semi-structured data. Structured data came from daily activities from the business, like transaction data, profile customer data, or sales data, or maybe from factory data, use the data from production, and many others. And unstructured data came from social media or came from listening from data with grab to communication with another media social. And semi-structured data came from data will generate to video or movie, it's like such as YouTube, or maybe right now we can call the TikTok, or maybe video upload in Instagram and so on. Okay, and here in integrated marketing communication, we can use the structured data because many company, of course, have structured data. They have they have the data of customer. They have the data of daily activity basis, production, and raw material and sales, and many data will produce daily basis on their activity. So in analyze the data, the second analyze promotional program current situation and analyze communication process, we can use the big data, especially in characteristic with structured data. The structured data and will lead clear data report, then the company is much easier to do the analyze data, and we have the one we have the one of decision making with the clear data. And next is build the program. I think we just look the some of research finding, and maybe the report of integrated marketing communication. And at the right side of your screen, students, we can see the three big company. Maybe the big company is not related to what happened in those Middle East right now. Microsoft, I think Microsoft not involved to what happened war in Middle East, Emirates also, and Taco Bell also. Okay, this is what I mean in my introduction when I start the presentation today. For the big company like Microsoft, Emirates, and Taco Bell, they easy to do the integrated marketing communication because they have all of resources. We can see the Microsoft spend upward to 1.5 billion for just only print and media alone. It is a big nominal to spend the advertising, to spend the integrated marketing communication. Next is Emirates. So do the EMC, integrated marketing communication, in all channels: television, commercial, print advertisement, sponsorship, charitable foundation, in-plan advertisement, internet marketing, and trade promotion. And the last, Taco Bell integrated marketing combination, which combine hybrid advertising, online and offline. I'm sorry, I have to call the hybrid, not omni, because I think hybrid is more appropriate for the two-step digital or offline or online activities in marketing. Taco Bell also doing the social media, television advertising at high-profile event, influencer marketing. But interesting is I found the research in Indonesia. The research doing by Kurniawan et al. In 2017, research in Indonesia on micro and small scale company. However, the integrated marketing communication, you can see the students at the left side, very complete, very detailed, and very comprehensive. We have one hub, integrated marketing communication, and almost six spokes, such as public relation, internet marketing, personal selling, sales promotion, direct marketing, advertisement. It shows that not eventually big company to do the internet integrated marketing communication, but also in small scale business can do the integrated marketing communication. Okay. Next is which one is better to implementing and deployment integrated marketing communication? Okay, this is maybe some conclusions. From the understanding and experience of micro and small and large scale company, we can conclude that traditional and digital channel are utilized because their respective strength. Or in some situation, digital and traditional channel are also used to complement each other through campaign of integrated marketing communication. And second, universal marketing mix consists of product, price, place, and promotion is synergized with integrated marketing communication plan that can be implemented by company by summarizing of marketing mix component into single well order program. Then this is the answer of how will be integrated marketing communication will deploy and implement it. We can use two ways of marketing activities. It means hybrid marketing, digital marketing, and of course, conventional marketing. We can work together. We can utilize and synergize until the program of integrated marketing communication will implement on marketing business company. I think it's the end, Mrs. Indah. And of course, we are looking forward for a question, maybe for students or someone who attend this forum. And again, thank you very much. This is good forum for to university, especially UniKL, and Telkom University. And thank you very much to Mrs. Aruna and Mrs. Sriwidaningsi and also Mr. Indah. Thank you very much for all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sam, for explaining about how to deploy, how to implement the IMC. Right now, I think we will continue to our discussion session. Can we share? Sorry. Can we see? Is there any question from the audience first? You can raise your hand, and then I will ask you to. This okay. We have Ramdan. Okay, Ramdan, you can ask directly to the speaker, or is there?
Okay. Do you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for presenting great presentation for today. To Mr. Sampurno, Ms. Sri, and also Ms. Aruna. So, I'm so curious about the materials that Mr. Sampurno has mentioned before about the strategy from the three big companies, and I'm curious about the Emirates. As I know, Emirates has sponsored several big football teams in the world, such as Arsenal, Real Madrid, and etc. And they spend a lot of money for that clubs. So my question is, how do they still make a profit after spending out money a lot? Thank you.
Okay, Pasam, you can answer directly.
Okay, sorry for me, Ramdan.
Yeah,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Can you repeat your question?
Okay, Mr. You've mentioned about strategy from the three big companies, from the Emirates, and as I know, Emirates has sponsored several football teams in the world, such as Real Madrid, Arsenal, AC Milan, and etc. And I believe that they have spent a lot of money for that clubs. So my question is, how do they still make a profit after spending out money a lot? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ramdan. Okay, baik. I think the spend of the money in large company not also will the gain of the how much they spend the money, and after that maybe the revenue will be increases. I think it's not about that. The promotion of the advertisement is just only maybe for the month of, so of course is how to make the people or to make the make the business some kind of portfolio, because maybe I can explain about here in 2023, more automotive production produced the electric vehicle. One of big company in automotive production, automotive business is Ferrari. We know that people who buy Ferrari, who bought Ferrari, is how to they vibrate the sound of machine, because Ferrari sound the machine of a machine, their machines is very wow, gitu. Wow. But they finally produce electric vehicle. Then the electric vehicle maybe is perhaps is one of the portfolio, because the industry right now, they are going to green environment. They are going to produce electric vehicle. Then the same analogical is the Emirates. Maybe they sponsor for football team. They sponsor for like another sport activity. It not only how to gain the profit with the sponsorship, but it's just the portfolio for their business. I think is enough. I'm done.
I think we also wanted to hear, is there any additional from Ministry or Ms. Aruna for the question? Ms. Aruna first, maybe. You're still muted. Ms. Aruna.
Miss Inda, I'm sorry, I did not get the question. I was not able to hear clearly.
So Ramdan asking is after all the spending in the sponsorship and how they still gain, the profit for the company.
Okay. Was it answered by Dr. Sam earlier?
Yes. But if
Right.
you have another,
Come again?
if you have another additional.
Oh, okay. No, actually, I would agree with Dr. Sam. Yeah, even though actually Emirates, why they would do all these sponsorships? Yes, they do spend a lot of money. There is a principle in the business world: you need to spend money to get more money, right? So all these sponsorships that this will come under their public relations, of sponsorship. Okay, it's actually all part of promoting themselves, branding themselves to give a good image about the company. And in return, you find that because Emirates is sponsoring Real Madrid, for example, you actually have a lot of fans from Real Madrid actually traveling on Emirates. So that is how they actually make a lot of money.
So okay. Yusri, is there anything you want to add?
Yes, Emirates spends a lot, but they gain a lot too. They choose to sponsor football club, very famous football club, because they know the message from the brand, from the Emirates will deliver to the audience in a seamless way. They can reach more audience than they expected using that choosing the way they deliver the message by sponsorship. I guess that's for me.
All right, thank you, speakers. Thank you, Ramdan. I hope it answered your questions.
Yes, of course, definitely. Thank you to Mr. Sam, Ms. Aruna, and also Ms. Thank you very much for the beneficial, also great presentation for today.
Thank you so much. So is there any more question from the floor? I think I also, if you want to ask a question through a chat box, you can also do that. If not, then it's better if you ask directly to our speakers. Is there anyone? I think we see some lectures also joining in our session. So thank you so much for joining our class. Is there any question? More? Okay, I think we will end our class since there are no more questions, but I think and I hope that all the speaker won't be mind if there's a question directly through your email after the class. Okay, everyone, this has been a very interesting discussion, which I think it will enrich our knowledge and understanding, of course, in our today's topic. Also, I would like to remind you to fill out the feedback. I think it's already shared. Yes, it's already shared in our chat box. Please fill out because it's also one of the way to get your e-certificate of participation. I think you can check the link on the chat box. And before we end the session, we are going to have, I think, one more important session. It's the photo session. So for everyone, please turn on your camera. We will take a picture for us together. Let's see the student from Telkom University and UniKL. Thank you so much for you who has already turned on your camera. We're still waiting for more students to joining, participant to joining to turn on the camera. All right. Okay, let's see. We have 145 participants, so I think everyone should turn on the camera so we can see you. All right. So is the committee ready to take a picture? We will take 2 pictures. Right. I will count to 3. First, 1, 2, 3. All right. One more time. You can use your best smile, best style, and everything. See? All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, still okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. We finally come to the end of our online join class. Thank you for your attention and have a good day. We'll see you again in our online join class. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Indah. Thank you, Miss Aruna.
Bye.